All right. My name is Rajkumar. I'm the founding Vice Chancellor of O.P.Jindal Global University in Haryana, India. We are here with the President of York University in Canada, Professor Rhonda Lenton, and her team of colleagues, the deans of the various schools. The purpose of our visit to Chennai is to essentially uh, bring in a stronger imagination for Canadian higher education in India and to also promote the role and responsibilities of higher education and to what extent York University can contribute to fulfilling the aspirations of students in the state of Tamil Nadu, but also beyond. We have signed the memorandum of understanding with York University, O.P. Jindal Global University, and York University. We had this relationship for the last 10 years, and now we have expanded it to building a university wide relationship. The purpose of York University's visit is to expand and deepen that engagement further. They have been visiting number of institutions in different parts of India, including in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, I request President Rhonda Lenton to share a few perspectives.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we are very committed, core to our academic plan, to globalization, understanding the imperative of working with other universities in other countries, especially like-minded countries, where we can ensure that we are continuing to cultivate the talent that is needed and that we can partner and collaborate and act as conveners across sectors, across countries in responding to and addressing the set of poly crisis in terms of the variety of different kinds of challenges facing the world today. So we are absolutely here to work and to expand and to deepen our relationship with Jindal Global University, but also to learn more about the higher education system in India and to strengthen our collaborations and our partnerships with other universities inside of the variety of regions in India.
Is the current strength of Indian students is 2,000? How many how many student strength will increase after this memorandum of understanding?
So overall, right now, as I said, York University has about 10,000 international students. That represents about 18% of our student body, and our goal is to increase our percentage to 25%. That's overall across the institution, not just necessarily, but we would apply that kind of percentage, that interest in that growth to individual universities as well. That's our goal.
But besides the students part of this visit, one of the things that the York University is also doing is to look at research based collaborations, opportunities to work with researchers and even fund research that can advance and address big issues of our time. Essentially, the idea of a university like York University to come to India is to look at wide ranging partnerships that transcend not just student mobility and movement of Indian students to York University, but also to develop joint conferences, joint publications, joint research projects. And those are absolutely important because India, under the national education policy, is poised to build international collaborations. We are creating a national level research ecosystem. All these things can be of immensely benefited through international partnerships with leading universities such as York University.
How much students will be intake to this
3 weeks entrepreneurship program?
The entrepreneurship study tour. What did you want to know
How
about?
much students is going to be vice versa?
Well, because it's a brand new program, we don't know exactly how many numbers we can accommodate, but we expect it to be very popular. And so we'll probably start with groups of maybe 20 or 30 students at a time, and then we'll see what what we can manage. I just want to reinforce a point, though, that was made by Vice Chancellor uh, Raj Kumar, that although of course we do and we benefit from having international students join the university, a number of our students can't afford to go and take advantage of an international opportunity. And so when you have international students on your campus, they meet those international students and they have an opportunity to interact. But I really want to emphasize that it has to be mutually beneficial and reciprocal. We want domestic students to go to other countries as well. And so when we are talking about working with Jindal, it's about how we can encourage our students to take advantage of that two-way collaboration, and it not only through the physical, but even doing a globally networked learning course where a faculty member at each institution can do a course online, and then the students from the two institutions can work together online. So there's many different ways in which you can leverage globalization to enhance partnership, to build up talent, to give new opportunities for students, and to advance that research.
I also want to add.
Said about the seed funds, how much you are going to provide?
Well, again, so what we really wanted to do on this trip, when we started chatting about it, was let's build on what we already do, which is a lot, but let's do some new initiatives. So we haven't worked out all of the details yet. I would suspect that I would probably put aside somewhere in the vicinity of $1 million of seed funding.
Yeah.
But, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
But India also has established this national research fund. And so now there could be opportunities to match funding and support for different kinds of projects by universities, but also by governments. And similarly, the Canadian government has also put aside monies for quite a substantial amount of money for inter-country research collaboration, for example.
There was a question about what ultimately we can gain out of this experience, especially in India. I think from York University's experience, three important lessons can be learned for very many Indian institutions. One is that York University, at a relatively short span of time, in nearly 6 decades, has been able to build a 55,000 plus student community. In a country like India, where we need to provide education to a large number of students, York has ensured that both quality and quantity can be possible, which is something that is not necessarily obvious in many Indian institutions. If you look at our premium institutions, they're very, very small. Second, York is also an example of how to ensure that you can provide world class education and world class research. Teaching and research together happens at that level, and that's something that many Indian institutions can learn from their experience. And the third is York has also been able to bridge the gap between theory and practice by focusing on experiential learning and opportunities that will bridge that gap and provide opportunity for students outside the university applying their knowledge in industry and in other organizations. These three are so central to the vision of the national education policy, and that is why collaborating with York University is going to be immensely beneficial for many Indian institutions, besides it being an inspiring opportunity for Indian higher education system. Thank you very much.
Thank you.